Hi Sevens, welcome back to another week of cooking at home. This week we have got zucchini slice or zucchini quiche. So for our slice we're going to need eggs, we've got some corn, some cheese, some self-raising flour and vegetable oil. We've got zucchini, carrot, onion. I've got some bacon here. You don't have to put bacon in if you're a vegetarian or if you don't want to. But the really good thing about zucchini slice is that you can put any vegetables you want in there. You can chuck any of your veggies that are kind of a couple of days old that you want to get rid of in your fridge. Capsicum, peas, spring onions, tomatoes, broccoli, even everything can go in here. So use what you've got at home, the base being the eggs, the cheese and the self-raising flour to make it into a slice. So the first thing I'm going to do, it actually doesn't say it on the recipe, but I'm going to fry up my bacon and onion just to make a little bit more golden, and that sweetness will come out in my slice. So you can fry it up at home if you want, if you're cooking this at home. Otherwise you can just throw everything in here into the mix raw. So let's do that first. So I've just cut my onion up, and if you find this at home or when we're cooking in the kitchens at school, sometimes we cry. So the onions actually release a chemical irritant which reacts with your eyes and releases tears. So see how you go with that at home, but I've just roughly diced that up, and really important, separate board and separate knife for our meat. And we are going to roughly dice this bacon, making sure that our fingers are tucked underneath so we don't chop them off. So the recipe says to do one rush of bacon. I've got mid bacon here, so I've just put a couple of extras in, and I also love bacon, so I'm going to increase what I use. So I'm going to fry this up now, and then we'll get back to the rest of the veggies. So I finished my bacon and my onion. Please be careful when you're using the stove at home because the bacon can spit out at you if it gets too hot. So just make sure you turn the temperature down or use that temperature control dial correctly so it's not too hot and burning. But that's now sealed all the flavours in the bacon and onion, so my slice will be nice and sweet and flavoursome when I bite into it. So we're going to prepare the veggies now. So I've just peeled my carrot, and with the zucchini it says to use 2 zucchinis, but this is a super duper one. So I'm just going to chop one end off, but I'm going to use the other end as a handle to hold it. So we'll get some grating going. So I've grated my vegetables. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of corn. You can add any vegetable you would like that you've got at home. My cup of cheese, that's pre-grated, or you can grate that yourself as well. My 1 cup of self-raising flour, just going to give it a nice punch. A 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and remember when we're measuring liquids, we put it in the liquid measuring container as opposed to our solids measuring or dry ingredients measuring container. And lastly, got my eggs in here, so I'm just going to crack them in a bowl first. And I've got a compost pile happening here, that if you compost at home, that you can put all that in there. You might want to check with the onions. Some people don't put onions in their compost, but there's only a bit of onion skin there. And the bacon, if you do cut out your bacon, just make sure you don't put the bacon scraps in your compost because you can't have meat in there. Alright, I'm just going to give that a little whisk around. Pop that in. Add my bacon and onion. And as simple as that, it's a really simple, easy thing to make this zucchini slice. It's full of vegetables. It's very tasty, but you can eat it hot, you can eat it cold, you can pop them into a muffin tray instead and have them as a snack, or you can eat them as a whole meal. So they're really versatile as well as being healthy. So all I'm doing now is just making sure that all the ingredients are covered with the flour and the egg, so I haven't got dry or wet spots in my zucchini slice. Oops, when it goes into the oven. Alright, so I've mixed it through. Got my pre-prepared tray here, and I'm just going to spoon it out. In there. Push it all the way into the corners. And smooth it out. Alright, and it's ready to go in the oven. So it cooks for about half an hour. Keep an eye on it. If you have a hot oven, then it might cook a bit quicker. So just watch for the browning on top. And I will do my dishes while that is cooking. Alright, so that actually cooked for about 40 minutes, so it was a little bit longer, but if you are going to make them in muffins, it will take a shorter amount of time. But I'm going to let that cool down before I cut it and just let it set a little bit, but you can see it's nice and golden brown around the outside, which you want it to be. So hopefully you can cook this coming week for Food Tech. I know a lot of you have been making amazing things for your family cookbook, and lots of sweets, lots of slices, but this is a really good, healthy family meal or snack. You can eat it hot or you can eat it cold. So I want you to give this a go if you can. Any vegetables you've got in your fridge, bit of egg, bit of cheese, bit of flour, and it turns out beautiful. It smells delicious. So good luck, and I'll see you next week.